2025. Ooh, ooh. I've been meaning to talk about 2025 goals for reading, writing, and arithmetic. Not really the arithmetic part, just reading and writing, and maybe like YouTube / social media, maybe. Here is something that keeps me from showing up. Kids in the background. I'm always like, nobody wants to listen to that. But we're just in 2025. I'm gonna come right out of the box saying, we're showing up in the midst of chaos. That's what we're gonna do. So if you're here for it, so am I. It's the only way I can show up, basically. It's bath time, which means I might get 10 minutes to record this. Let's see if I get to record the whole video. Oh. 2025. I'm not really one to set goals and then accomplish them. I'm more like set goals and forget them pretty quickly. Mostly because that's who I am. I don't know. I'd like to say I am a goal setter and achiever. That's not how I'm motivated, so know yourself. I'm not motivated that way. However, I can think intentionally on things, and I will say last year in a previous video I mentioned that I had read 100 books, and I read like all the books that were recommended, and I think I want to be more intentional, not necessarily like volume, but quality. Oh no, what are you doing? You're naked and you're not in the bath anymore. Go get in the bath and I'll come get you out. Oh no, back up. I don't want your wet body on my books. Back up, back up. Go get in the bath. Yes, mama? Get out. Go back, I gotta get your towel. No, don't put that in the bath, it'll ruin it. That'll ruin it. Don't put it in the bath. Okay, thank you so much. Go back. That took so long. Nope. Get in the bath. We're gonna have to come back already. Well, I made it like a whole 2 minutes before somebody came in. Okay, so this is gonna have to be like, this is gonna have to be super fast, or maybe I'll just come back later. I want to be more intentional with reading. We're gonna start with reading. We're gonna start with 2025. What I'm looking forward to reading in 2025. So after reading all the things in 2024, I think that I've really nailed down some of the things that I value in a story. And so I'm going to be looking for those books that kind of hit all the points that make it like a 5-star read. So for example, I'll give you a few examples of what makes a book really valuable in my mind. It has a really good story and a plot. It makes me laugh. It makes me angry. It makes me devastated. It evokes all the emotions that a good story is going to evoke. I'm invested in the characters. The plot is interesting, and it doesn't have too much unnecessary cursing. I'm not one to be wildly I'm not one to be wildly offended by cussing, but it does make it easier to read if it's not like just every other word, like another adjective. To me, that almost takes away from the story if there's that much cussing in it. I prefer a fade to black or closed door romance. I don't prefer explicit sex in the books that I'm reading. And I love when I read a story like Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows that is just so beautifully written. The story is rich, the characters are rich, and then the romance is done so tastefully and well. Like, you have that romance, you have that draw, but then it's not explicit. And so that's really some of the things that I'm looking for in books this year. There will be some books that I'm like, this was a phenomenal story. It had some of those scenes that I skipped over, but I'm still like, the story was so good. I want to find all those books that are just so good that I can recommend to anyone. Some of the books I'm most looking forward to: Powerless, Reckless, Powerful. I will be reading 1984 for the first time. I will be rereading To Kill a Mockingbird for the second time. I've only read that one once. Let's see what else we have here. I'll be reading And the Mountain Echoed. We've already established, but I don't know how to say Khalid Hosseini. And Kite Runner. I absolutely loved A Thousand Splendid Suns. It was one of the top reads for me last year. Hands down. It was such a beautiful story, so I'm looking forward to reading more of his. Shadow and Bone, Leigh Bardugo. This is one of my most anticipated. So those are some of my ones that I'm really looking forward to. I know that there's more. There were several: Sister, A Sword and Song, and there was a few other by Rebecca Ross, because I absolutely adored Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows last year. So I'm really looking forward to reading more of her stuff. I might be reading Harry Potter this year. What if I'm just not into it? Oh, who knows? I will be rereading Throne of Glass. I'm already doing it. I'm rereading that now. Okay, moving on. Writing. What are the writing goals this year? What are we looking forward to in 2025? Let's see. As far as writing goes, I did finish the first draft of the romance I had been working on for 10 years, and I did that because my cousin was reading it, and I promised that I would, and I will finish that story. I do not know if that story is one that I will be publishing, but it's one that I will finish and will at least make prints of for myself and my girl. And then I'm back plotting the fantasy story. The goal is to plot and draft book 1 of the fantasy trilogy. Can we do that? It's February, and your girl's a little scatterbrained. If nothing else, we will just be documenting all the books that I read and the the ongoing journey of writing and publishing a book. So if that is interesting to you, stick around. Okay, next order of business. What are we talking about? Oh, 2025 social media / YouTube. I really like YouTube. I enjoy making longer form content. I just do. Basically, on YouTube, I think that this is, I'm not making any promises, but my goal with YouTube is to put out a one a month. And I'm saying that because I feel like I'm going to make a commitment to doing one a month. That's only 12 videos in a year. And I'm pretty sure I put out more videos than 12 in the last year. So my goal is to do 12, but I really hope, don't keep me to it, but I'm hoping to do more than that. I'm hoping to do one every other week. The kind of videos that I want to make this year, I want to take y'all along. I love thrifting books. That's one of my favorite things, is going and looking for books at thrift shops. So going book shopping, maybe reading vlogs. Are we into that? I don't know. I'm into that. I'll sit there and watch a reading vlog all the way through, 20-minute reading vlog. And then I'll just keep sharing my writing journey. So that's where this is going this year. Are you so pumped? Are you so pumped for the chaos? I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the 4th time I've recorded a video about my looking forward to 2025. I haven't put it out earlier because, you know what? I like to get a feel for the year. I like to see how the year is going before I decide what I'm gonna commit to. What's going on this year? How are we feeling? What kind of dynamic do I have with the year of 2025? Apparently this is a dynamic I have. So there's that. Now you know what my goals for 2025 are. Let me know what your goals are for 2025. Are we setting goals? I've been known to set goals in July, and I don't judge if that's you. So bring it. Let's let's embrace the chaos in 2025. Do we want to have like a year? Do we want to have a phrase for 2025? People do that all the time. And then they're like checking back in with their phrase. And, you know, I could not tell you what my word or phrase is ever. But I think this year the phrase is going to be embrace the chaos. Let's do it. Let's embrace the chaos. Let's just start pumping out stories. If you enjoyed this and you want more like this, then like and subscribe. Let YouTube people, the powers that be, know that we need to kick this video out a little bit more. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Maybe not next week, but next time. All right, bye.